welcome to Friday Sports Extra. I'm Ryan Bailey.
And I'm Michaela Romero. Coming up in tonight's show, the stretch run for the playoffs is here in high school baseball and softball, plus the TAMU softball team trying to take down a top 5 ranked squad. But first,
we start with a pair of rivals, Michaela, duking it out on the diamond. The second half of district play kicking off. We're talking about the two Uniteds. The Panthers on top of the district with only one loss. That defeat coming in the hands of the Longhorns in the bottom of the second. South with a 1-run lead. A scoring opportunity on the fly ball lifted to shallow right. Joshua Lynn just getting in ahead of the throw. We're all knotted up at 1. Well, the next man up, Juan Malera, trying to work himself out of the jam. Gets a swing and a miss there. 2 away in the inning. On the very next pitch, the ball going to be lifted in the air in foul territory. Eddie Sides tracking it down the sliding snag, sliding into the fence. The Panthers getting out of the inning. Into the top of the 4th we go, still tied at 1. South working on a 2-out rally. The ground ball is short, should get United out of the inning, but it goes right through the wickets. Through the 5-hole, Greg Campos scoring from second. South jumping back and top. Into the top of the 5th we would go. The Panthers lay man on, trying to lay down the ball up in the air. Matthew Rangel laying out for the catch. The throw to first in time for the double play. United getting a nice snag out of him. Into the bottom of the 5th, Jessup Garza with 2 runners in scoring position. Unloads on this offering all the way to the wall. That's going to play to pair. The Longhorns jump back out in front 3-2. It looked like they might pick up another victory over South. But the Panthers strike back, scoring 8 unanswered runs. They win it 10-3, staying on top of the district race.
And over at Veterans Field, 2 Laredo teams facing off, the battle of the Bulldogs and Mustangs. In the second inning, Alexander up 6-0. We have Nixon's Billy Winans pitching it and Alexander's Brighton Clements hitting it, but the Mustangs quick to it, not giving Clements enough time to even get a chance. And next up, we'll have Mustangs Jose Escamilla at the mound and Bulldogs Rocco Garza Gongora ready for it, setting teammate Jose Torres for run number 11. It stays that way until the end of the 5th inning. The Alexander Bulldogs taking home the win 11-0.
Checking out more scores tonight. It's a tough one again for LBJ. They play host to Eagle Pass and fall 14-2 in 6 innings. The Wolves still winless in district play. And down the valley, an important game for the Tigers. They come out flat, falling to Mission Veterans 25-0. And no, that is not a misprint. The Tigers and Patriots now tied for the 4th and final playoff spot after splitting the season series. Cigarroa, they're going to be in play tomorrow at noon from Veterans Field. And we shift gears to the softball diamond, our only all-Laredo matchup tonight, coming at the sack. Top of the 3rd, Alexander already up 7-0, and the bases loaded. Kristen Gamas getting it done at the plate. The line drive into the gap. That's going to clear him off. 3 runners score, make it 10-0. Into the bottom of the 3rd, runners on for Shannon Vasquez. A hard hit, single to left. Anita Gutierrez touching home. The Panthers getting on the scoreboard. Later in the 3rd, runners at the corners. The Panthers working the double steal. Vasquez in at second. Emma Ramirez scoring easily, making 10-3. Still in the 3rd, the Bulldogs trying to get out of this jam. The South runner first drifting too far off the back. Samantha Arce, the back pick. The Panthers, they would actually get this down to a 3-run game, but then the Bulldogs open up the floodgates. 12 runs over the last 2 innings. They win it 22-8.
And over at Zachary Field, we had the Cigarroa ladies facing Palmview. In the first few innings, Palmview leading the way 3-0. We have the Toros Ramirez up to bat, looking to catch up in the 2nd inning. Ramirez hitting and setting up teammate Cortez for the run, giving herself an RBI. And after that run, the ladies in white still behind 1-3. I'm switching gears with the Toros on the defense. Now we're going to have Loreto on the mound pitching. Palmview striking the ball, but Contreras quick and ready, getting the Lobos out. And soon after that, the ladies in black were able to get farther ahead, making 2 more runs to add to the scoreboard. Later on, the Lady Toros making 3 more runs, but that wasn't enough to end up on top. By the end, Palmview taking the win 11 runs to 4.
And our out-of-town scoreboard, a bit of a slog for the United Longhorns. That one not on there you go. United winning this one 9-6 over Del Rio, picking up an important district win in the process. The news not as good for a pair of Laredo ISD squads as Nixon up in Eagle Pass. It's an 11-0 win for the home team. The Mustang Bats never can get going. And down the valley, a rough one for the Martin girls. They too come out on the wrong end of a 4-3 final in heartbreaking fashion.
The TAMU softball team has been on quite the run so far this season, but this weekend might be the biggest in program history as they welcome a pair of top 5 teams to the Gateway City. The weekend kicking off with a doubleheader against fourth-ranked Texas A&M Commerce. This afternoon, after giving up a run in the top of the first, TAMU settles as they give up only one more run over the final 5 innings and plate 10 themselves for a 10-2 victory. The ball was flying out of the yard on this hot day. TAMU popping 3 out of the park with Heather Ruiz, Shelby Edwards, and Darian Smith all going deep for the first time this season. That offense was more than enough for the TAMU, pitching as Erica Cortez goes the distance, giving up the 2 earned runs while striking out 6 as she improves to 10-4 on the season. How big was this win? These same 2 teams met up earlier this season for 2 games where the Dust Devils were outscored by the Lions 19-0. Sadly for the home team, the second game of the day didn't go as well. They were tied at 2 into the 6th inning when the Lions turned it on, scoring 5 runs in the frame and holding the Dust Devils at bay from there. The weekend won't get any easier for TAMU, as next up they host UT Tyler on Sunday for a double dip starting at 11 a.m.
And in baseball, the TAMU team on the road up in Austin facing off with St. Edwards, and the Dust Devils come up on the wrong end of the 4-1 final. TAMU falls behind early on before finally getting on the board thanks to a Jerry Villarreal home run as the former Panther hits a solo shot in the top of the 4th. That's all the scoring they can muster, though, falling 4-1 in Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series against the Hilltoppers.